Welcome everyone to the first and only installment of my new quiz show, Are You a Credit Whore? The only quiz. So since this is a new quiz show, I think that I should act and dress the part. So just give me a second. There. Much better. Now, before we get started with all the fun and games, we need to do what all fun and games does, and that's set up the rules and set up a tedious and overly complex point scoring system that no one really understands. So, I will give you multiple choice questions, you give your answers, and then I'll judge you for them. And if your answer makes you a credit whore, that'll give you 10 points. That's 5. Unless I say otherwise. And at the end, we'll compare scores and I'll say whether or not you're a credit whore based on your points. Also, keep your answers to yourselves. I don't need nor want to know what's going on inside your head. That's what Twitter's for, and I can ignore your tweets there. Also, before you ask, yes, this is absolutely a Poundland version of Jackson's privilege quiz, and you should absolutely not look at the symmetry in that fact. I'll be playing along too, and I'll give my score at the end so you can compare yourself to me and realise just how brilliant I actually am. Right, got it? No? Good. Let's get started. Question 1. Do you like roller coasters? Look, I didn't say these questions would be hard. If your answer is yes, then test out our point scoring system for us and give yourself 10 points onto your score. And if your answer is no, why the fuck are you here? Question 2. What is your credit count? If your answer is over 100, then go ahead and give yourself 10 points. But if your answer is under 100, well then you still count, you nerd, so give yourself 10 points as well. And don't give me that, oh I don't count them bullshit, because you're a sheep like the rest of us and you'll count every wacky worm you see. Following on. Question 3. Have you ever been on a wacky worm? If your answer is yes, only give yourself 5 points. I'm giving you a 5-point deduction for the shame of having to go on a wacky worm, especially if you've been on multiple and count them all, you poor, poor soul. However, if you answered no, well yes you have, they're more common than bees. Give yourself 10 points for lying to me. Question 4, more of a language one now. Do you use the word THOOSIE to describe enthusiasts? If so, then you're just as infected as the rest of us. I'm so sorry to do this to you, but give yourself 10 points. Question 5. Do you go WEEE and move around in your chair while watching roller coaster POVs online? If not, well, why not? It's super fun. Question 6. Do you count Grand National as 1 or 2 credits? If your answer is 2, give yourself the full 10 points for shameful, shameful credit whoring. And if your answer is 1, if you go on one side, do you only get half a credit? Or does the first side you do count? Or do you not get it until you've done both sides? You know what? Your case is really confusing. Give yourself 10 points for confusing me. Next question. Do you count Steeplechase as 1, 2, or 3 credits? If you answered 1, you're wrong, but I'll let you off this time. But you are wrong. If you answered 3, give yourself 10 points for boosting your count. You know what you did. And if you answered 2, what? No, like actually genuinely how? You're a psycho, stay away from me. Okay, question 8. Does Icon have 1 or 2 You know what? Why does Pleasure Beach have all of the contentious roller coasters that always cause arguments? Is Nash 1 or 2? Is Steeple 1 or 3? Does Icon have 1 or 2 inversions? You know what? I'm going to skip over this one. And I'm not going to mention Pleasure Beach for the rest of the video. All the rest of the questions will not be about Pleasure Beach. Question 9. Do you count Ghost Train? Oh my god. Can they not just design something clear? Or better yet, can we not all agree on a standardized answer for all of this? They cause so much division and confusion about a theme park ride. It's just... Right, you know what? No. I'll skip over this one. Surely this is the last one. There can't be any more. Okay, right, you know what? If you count this one as a credit, 20 points. Just give yourself 20 points and get out of my sight. Oh, okay, here's an interesting one. Do you count X and The Walking Dead as 2 different credits? If your answer is yes, then give yourself 10 points, that's dirty. And if you answered no, then that's okay, just continue sitting there with your Jack Silkstone X hoodie, just slowly rocking back and forth, waiting for it all to get better. It never does. I've lost count of the question number at this point, but next question. Which one of these rides is your favourite? Stealth, The Smiler, Nemesis, or Icon? If you answered any of these, then give yourself 10 points for being lucky enough to get on any of these and being able to compare which one's better. And if you haven't been on any of these, then you're probably not from the UK, and that in itself is a bit of a win, so deduct 10 points from your score as a prize. Congratulations. The real sin here is being British. Next question. Do you remember when National Roller Coaster Day is here in the UK? If so, then give yourself 10 points for being such a massive nerd. Like me. And if you answered no, then educate yourself, you idiot. It's August 16th. The first time that Jesus rode nemesis or something? I don't know. Question 20. Do you have a theme park YouTube channel? If so, then please add 10 points to your score, no question. Question 21. Does your channel suck? If you've answered yes, then I appreciate your honesty and you can deduct those 10 points from your score. Next question. Do you work / have you worked at a theme park? If you answered yes, then I'm so deeply sorry. But you know what's coming to you. Add 10 points, you moron. Come on, keep up. Okay, I'll wrap this up now. Final question. It's a two-parter, so stay focused. Do you live near a theme park? If so, please add 10 points onto your score. Obviously, if you live closer to a theme park, then you're going to go to it more and go on more rides because you're as hopelessly addicted as the rest of us simpletons. Part B. If you answered yes, is that park Thorpe Park? If you answered yes, then you may deduct those 10 points from your score, because there's nothing funnier to me than needlessly dunking on Thorpe Park for no reason. So that's the quiz over, and now it's time to compare the scores. Now, I don't know how I've done sitting here, but future editing Cal does know. So Cal, how have I done? That's great, or oh no. So let's see how you guys did. So the maximum score that you can get here is 130 points. So if you got over 100 points in this quiz, then congratulations, you are indeed a credit whore and you're so hopelessly addicted to this weird little hobby. If you're somewhere in the 70 to 100 range, then you are still a credit whore because secretly you really wish that you were in that over 100 club. That's where the real Thoosies play, drenched in their own piss, sweat and dribble. If you're in the 40 to 70 range, then you are still a credit whore because you definitely thought you were going to be higher than this, didn't you? And now you're questioning what more you could possibly be doing, to which the answer is buy more theme park merch until your payday loan company knows your mother's maiden name. And finally, for you newborn infants between the 0 and 40 range, you are also still credit whores. I don't think I'd ever be saying infant and whore in the same sentence. It sounds a bit dodgy, doesn't it? But yes, you are still a credit whore because you felt so intrigued by the fact that I might be calling you out for this that you just had to click on this video. You had to check if I was directly insulting you, which I wasn't, but now I am. So there it is. If you're watching this video, then yes, you are a credit whore. And you should go and have a long, good look in the mirror and try for a second not to think, oh, this is like Black Mirror Labyrinth, because the only way to drown out the screams in your own head is to drown them out with people on roller coasters. But hey, it also probably means you're having fun. And it means that you're exploring new areas away from home. And it means that you're facing childhood fears that you might have had. And that's why this hobby's so brilliant. We intentionally put ourselves in uncomfortable, unnatural, and unfamiliar environments in order to find fun. And that skill in itself is something that you can carry into everyday life. God, look at me, I've managed to fit a moral of the story into this shitpost. If you enjoyed this in the end, then you can let me know in the comments and leave your scores down there if you want to, or you can let me know on Twitter. My Twitter is here. But yes, thank you for watching, and I will see you for the next quiz, when the next Olympics is on.